Guys, it's Salima Cartwright, owner of Hydrothermal Naturals, and I know it's been a while since I made a video. I have not made a video since I did my big shop, and I think I did my big shop in August. No, I'm sorry, April, and now it is September, so it's been a while. But I just have not made a video. I haven't had time, so now I just carved out a little time to make a video. I have been wearing my hair short for the whole summer, and I said I was going to grow it out probably, I said once it starts cooling off, but I think I'm going to rock the short look for about a year and try. I've been trying different colors. If you've been following me on Instagram or Facebook, you know I've been trying a lot of colors. So I've tried blue, or like a bluish purple. Then I had my hair pink for a while. Then I had lavender, like a purpley color, black, and then blonde, and then like a white blonde like this. So this is what I've been rocking lately, and I've been liking it. So this is where I am right now. So we'll see. Every time it grows out a little bit, I've just been keeping it short. I've just been enjoying this style for right now, but I'm going to be on my growth journey probably starting next year. So that's a hair update. But I wanted to talk about my book, guys. Have you guys gotten a copy of my book? I wrote a book. It's called 300 Healthy Hair Tips for All Hair Types. And this book I wrote, it's been a journey with this book. I wrote this book probably on and off for about 10 years. When I was still working as a nurse, I started it. So I was working a night shift. Of course, you guys know hair is my passion. I used to be a hospice nurse. So I was working a night shift, and then I would just take a little jotting little notes about my experience in the hair care industry and hair, and what I found to be what I found as when I was a beautician, what kept the hair healthy, what I found when I was doing hair part-time, what kept my clients' hair healthy, just different tips, you know. And then when I got back into the hair care industry full-time, that's when I finished the book. So this has been a labor of love, but it's been a dream of mine to write a book about hair care. So this book has a lot of tips in here that I've gotten just through educating myself, through cosmetology school, through doing hair back in the 90s, and then continuously doing hair and just learning, just constantly taking educational classes and learning things online, and just my hair journey, my own personal hair journey. So I took all of that and I just wrote a book about, and it's not like a hard read, it's just a book about hair care and tips, just random tips about how to keep your hair healthy in under different circumstances, whether your hair is natural, whether it's relaxed, whether it's locked, chemically treated at all, color treated hair. It's just a great book. So it has tips in here. It's just nothing but hair tips. So it's a super easy read. I cover topics here. I have a table of contents here. I cover a lot of different topics about the basics, about my hair history, what I used to do with my hair when I was in college, keeping like different mistakes that I've made, keeping a sewing weaving for like a whole semester, wondering why my hair wasn't growing out, different color mishaps I've had with my hair, different mishaps I've had with relaxers, and just different things that I've learned about hair in the past and how I can use my experiences to help other people. So excuse me, I talk about that in the basics section. Then I talk about cleansing the hair, different deep conditioning tricks. One of the tricks that I talk about here is when you put the deep conditioner on your hair, to put a little oil in the hair ends, and how to intensify your deep conditioning treatments. How to maintain a moisture protein balance. So a lot of people know that I talk about moisture protein balance a lot. And with moisture protein balance, you want to have your hair balance with moisture and protein. You don't want to over moisturize the hair. You don't want to add too much protein. You want to have a nice balance that will increase your elasticity and make your hair break a lot less. So that's what I talk about in the moisture protein balance section. That's the goal of the Hydrothermal Naturals line, is to balance the moisture protein level so you can retain length and you can prevent breakage. So another thing is just daily care. I talk about that. I talk about styling, protecting the hair while you're styling it. I talk about nightly routines, how you do not go to bed with your hair loose, and how you always protect your hair at night, and different techniques that you can use to protect your hair. I talk about how to use heat safely and how to not have any heat damage in your hair, what products to use, and how to just keep your hair from being damaged. Because once the heat damages your hair, that's it. Most of the time, it's hard to get those curls back. So I talk about that, keeping your scalp healthy, because a healthy scalp, you can't have healthy hair without a healthy scalp. Shedding versus breakage. A lot of people get shedding and breakage confused. They're two different things. So I talk about that in the book. I also talk about different ways to do weaves and braids in a healthy way. Crochet braids, all that stuff. I talk about how to do that in a healthy way, because that can lead to hair breakage as well if you're not doing it in the right way. How to properly wear wigs, because wigs can also cause problems along the hairline. If you don't take your wig off at night, a lot of people leave their wigs on 24/7, so you don't want to do that. And natural hair tips for chemically treated hair, tips for locks, tips for transitioning out of a relaxer, how to take care of your color treated hair, because color treated hair is a whole nother thing that you have to take care of in a special way. You have to increase your protein levels, because color treated hair tends to be more porous, and you want that protein to fill in the porous gaps. So I have loads of tips on that. Trimming split ends, how often you should trim, when you should trim, different trimming techniques I talk about. I talk about hair loss, I talk about health and nutrition, I talk about exercise and hair growth. I talk about hair accessories, how different hair accessories can contribute to hair breakage. One tip that I talk about is using bobby pins that don't have the little bulb on the ends and just sticking it in your hair, and that can cause a lot of breakage and damage, and just leaving hairpins in your hair for an extended amount of time. I talk about a lot of tips as far as hair accessories. And then I talk about some warm and fuzzy stuff and product recommendations from the Hydrothermal Naturals line. So if you have not checked out this book, please check it out, because you are missing out on some valuable information. You can go to healthyhairjourney.com and pick up your copy of the book. You can use code HEALTHYHAIR, all in caps, and get 20% off. Or you can check us out on Amazon and Kindle. We're also on there. So make sure you pick up your copy. This has been a labor of love for me for so long, and I'm so happy to get the book out to help so many people. This book is going to help so many people. So make sure you pick up your copy, okay? And you guys take care. Have a great day. Have a wonderful week. And click the subscribe button. I'm going to be having more videos, not just about different hairstyles. I'm going to go more in depth about education. That's what I want to do. I'm going to go more in depth about education. I'm going to use this book as far as helping people get that education that they need. So make sure you check us out. Go to healthyhairjourney.com or hydrothermalnaturals.com. Pick up your copy and use code HEALTHYHAIR at checkout. All right, in all caps, Healthy Hair. Get 20% off. All right, talk to you later. Love you guys so much, and take care. Thank you guys for all the support you've shown me and Hydrothermal Naturals throughout the years. I really appreciate you guys, and I love you guys so much. Okay, talk to you later. Bye-bye.